Okay. Just gonna wait for some people to get in, and we can start talking. I wonder if anybody even has notifications anymore. Jesus. Please don't call me KPF. It's the last thing you do. Don't call me KPF. Congrats. Thank you, Sean. Oh, God damn it. If you're just having a discussion, trying to catch back up with everybody. Just wait for the notifications to get in because I know they can be bitchy sometimes. Ooh. It's not telling me how many viewers. Why? Why is it not telling me that? What? So, guess I can't see my fucking viewer count, which is ridiculous. But whatever. Really, can I really not see that? Come on. Nah, fuck it. Uh, it will be the last thing you do. If you have any questions about really just the channel, about Godzilla, anything, let me know. Anything planned? Yeah, I mean, I didn't really cancel on my plans. Kind of just like put them all on hold, basically. Uh, yeah, you came on just now. Yes, 2 months from today. Isn't that exciting? I remember when it was 4 years, and then he pushed it forward to 2019, and then it was 4 years again. Don't call me KPF. Whatever you do. Oh God. Just call me Ryan. That's my name. Just call me Ryan if you fucking want. I don't care. Jesus. Um. So then the third trailer for King of the Monsters. People were saying it was going to come out yesterday, or right, or today, one of the two. Never happened, I guess. So just kind of waiting on that. That one's from Nick Jackson, if he's ever gonna fucking come. But shut on at the king. You could, so. Yes, I'm joking. What's up? What's up, Jack? There was footage at WonderCon. I thought WonderCon was what? I thought WonderCon was the aftershock. I think. Oh shit! Yeah, aftershock comes out well. Shit. And when does that come out? I can't remember. Like April. Ooh, what is that? Goddamn. Shit. Let's see. April 16th. Is that what it says? Yeah. Yes, April 16th, 2019. I believe it's the release date. So that's like 2 Wednesdays from now. What was I writing? Shit. Jet. I got a new video content. We'll probably check that out, Jack. Definitely will get my hands on that. Because they're just calling better be a good movie. Well, now that we know that, I mean, God, King of the Monsters, or sorry, versus Kong seems like a direct continuation from the end of Godzilla 2. So, I mean, it's like, I think it's, to me, it kind of seems like you can make those into one movie, the way they've been talking about it, because the human conspiracy is like, it's kind of like a big part of Godzilla versus Kong, which is also, I mean, from what we think, it's Charles Dance, so that's kind of starting in Godzilla 2, so yeah, it kind of all makes sense. All right, that's too right. Thank you, Paragogic. Should I say that in an Australian accent? What's going on, guys? I can't do it. Maybe that should be my job. I should impersonate people's intros. What's going on, everybody? Big Jack Films here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nick Jackson Reviews. I'm hoping the next one, most Godzilla's calling me. That would be insane. That would be fun. Oh, God. What's going on, guys? GTers were born here, and we're going to talk about some obscure Batman comic that nobody except for me reads. Ready Player One already teases it. Yeah, they did, but I mean, shit. I don't. I don't think. I really don't think they're going to do that. We'll just be happy that Ready Player One even did that at all. That's what I say. Who the fuck is Jesus' lamb? Let's see. What have I been doing in the meantime? Been writing some. I think my last upload was a month ago. Writing some movie scripts. Working on some personal film projects as well as stuff for my school. So that's kind of been consuming a lot of the time. Just stuff like that. So I am planning on doing another little because you guys know I like to do my little graphic design, little edits, posters here and there. Thinking of doing one with some of those shots from the recent uh, beautiful TV spot. There's a couple shots in there which I think I see them and I can go, ooh, I can make that into a poster. So uh, it's kind of what I'm feeling with that. So I'll be back. Let's see. I really don't know what else could they put in that third trailer. Uh, I mean, shit. My favorite shot from the trailer has to be the Mothra King Ghidorah one. That caught me by surprise because I really haven't seen Mothra uh like in action like we have the other three. So that was a really nice one to see. Uh, Still interested in this red Mothra that we saw from the toys, but I am doing good. Thank you. Yeah, the Ghidorah shot is interesting. I wonder how much of a religious influence this really has. Like, I don't know. I mean, like the whole like the Bible's been like used in so many ways throughout cinema, like overused, and in stories as well, like the story of Jesus specifically. But just I think the general idea of like gods and stuff is pretty interesting to me. But um, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just wonder how crazy that's gonna get. I am more excited for Godzilla versus Kong. Always have been. How's the podcast going? Oh God. What we call that my biggest failure. Really was kind of really should have waited on that one in retrospect. Yeah. One second. Darwin one creatures very biblical the imagery of Ghidorah. It's not Snyder level. Oh God. I mean, this is one of the best looking movies I've seen since Zack Snyder movie, though. Wonder what wonder how much it's gonna wonder how much it's gonna differ from like Wingard's styles. So Yeah, March was a tough month for a lot of reasons. Did I see the Jet Jaguar video? Oh God, no. I also noticed that D-Man is getting behind and getting tired, right? So it's happening to everybody at this point. Uh, so I think what happened to me, I honestly think what happened to me is this film killed me. Godzilla King of the Monsters, not even out yet, killed me. So I'm going to be going at it very slow until the release. I'm gonna put out the vlog of the day I go there, the day I see it, and then once we go for Godzilla versus Kong, I'm going to be taking uh, a different route with the channel. Still going to be doing it. Still going to be doing the same kind of videos, uh, but I'm going to be going at it a different way, so that it doesn't eat me alive like this film did. There was just so much news to catch up with and so much bullshit. I just couldn't deal with it. Um, the whole thing about my channel was always like get the video out as soon as you can, right? Be the first guy to have the news, right? You know, and I did that for a while, and that's actually why my channel got as popular as it did. You know, as fast as it did in the beginning. You know, because I was putting out the news videos before anybody else was, right? And then D Man would come with his video a week later. You know, but it's like, oh, I had it first. But that's always kind of been my strategy. But I found that sometimes I end up rushing a little too much. Um, and so I don't know if I want to do like weekly updates, keeping on the schedule. Uh, but I'm going to be doing something differently for Godzilla vs Kong, just to keep it different. Because it's just yeah, it's gonna be tough. Uh, yeah, but yes, the other series, the Toho Tuesdays, I'm gonna still be working on that. That's don't worry, Sean. Still gonna be up for editing on that. But as for the news goes, it's okay, Jack, but it's getting a little complicated, a little more than I wanted to, but it's not a huge deal. I'll get through it. But yes, so for Godzilla versus Kong, I'm gonna be taking some sort of a different approach. I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna have to figure out what that is, but for now, I just don't know. But I know that I'm not going to be done. Like I know that I'm not finished with this. I just am not promising it's going to be the same because yeah, this film legitimately kicked my ass. Trying to keep up with everything, I got sick of it way too quick. Um, what the fuck am I looking for on Facebook? I was like, what the hell? Let's see, share. Let's see. Let's get Jack in here. 1 second. Let me just do this. Oh, fuck, how am I gonna? Okay. Let's see. All right, Jack has been sent the link. We'll see what he does with it.
Ian.
What's
I
up?
have no. Hello. How's it
Oh,
going?
good. I'm doing good. Doing good.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just having dinner and stuff. It's kind of meh because it's been snowing.
Yeah.
We got like I don't know, like a couple inches actually. I had to go like use the what is it, the snow shoveler or whatever.
Well, it's been like 60 degrees here the last 2 days. We're
I know
finally,
it's ridiculous.
and usually it's pretty cold up here, but I mean,
Now, well, again, you're looking at somebody who lives in Canada, so
hey, well, New England is kind of like the little brother.
yeah, true. Anyway, something I did want to bring up. You're bringing up the whole MonsterVerse and shit. And by the way, congrats on 2,000 subs. By the way,
Yeah,
so
halfway to
you're getting
you.
halfway there. You're catching up. You're catching up. Um, but one thing I wanted to bring up with Godzilla versus Kong is the fact that, like, I heard obviously Warner Brothers wants to continue doing it afterwards. So, because I heard there was a story that like Toho wanted the rights back so they could do their own thing, but I hear Warner Brothers is in talk with Toho to kind of say, hey, can we still make more movies?
Yeah, they're gonna
So
make him anyway.
yeah, one of the things I'm hoping for, if I were to do it in like say in chronological order, I'd say do Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and then do like if you're gonna do one more, make Destroyer the last one.
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to see like Biollante be redone.
Violence would be good. Also, you could probably do. They could probably, if this movie does well, King of the Monsters, they could do spin-off movies.
If they wanted to, they probably could. Yeah.
Yeah, like we could get a Mothra or a Rodan movie, or like I don't know, like trying to think of some other monsters that would be good for like to have their own movie.
Well, let's see their fate in this movie.
Hmm. Um. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'll be doing an opening night on that and shit.
Yes. For those of you asking, here's the thing about the podcast. I really, really, really wanted. Yes, New England. It is in England that's new, history. But basically, I always envisioned them having like a set, like a little table, with the papers and the graphics and a fancy freaking podcast. Couldn't get that, so I just started it anyway. But I don't think I'm going to start it again until I can get that. So
I thought about doing a podcast myself, but the only issue is that I think it'd be less myself and more in the style of like Opie and Anthony, which is just like the most foul mouthed shit you can imagine. I've actually thought about if I did a podcast, I'd probably have my own 1-800 number line so people can call in.
mm. That would
So
be funny.
that would be funny.
Oh shit! What am I looking for?
Like I'd probably end up being the Jimmy Norton of the group, just saying like because like what there's a movie I just watched. It's that Michael Jackson documentary. I am tempted to call up HBO and get a refund for my subscription. Cause that was a piece of shit. That was fucking garbage.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. It's fake. It's bullshit.
So
Oh,
interesting.
complete.
Interesting little update here. So Godzilla versus Kong, for whatever reason, the filming keeps getting extended. In fact, there's still 2 more weeks in Australia, which is
I thought they wrapped up filming.
I did too. And then they said no, they said they wrapped up filming, but that was actually fake news. I mean, believe it or not, more Monsterverse fake news. Actually, the actress said her scenes wrapped. And then they put it out that it was done filming, but really they had 2 more weeks, and then they just pushed it another 2 weeks, which is interesting because they're still filming three, can I do math? No, I can't. Like a couple months, 3 months before they have the trailer come out in July, where Godzilla 2 finished filming over a year before the trailer.
Yeah, it's one of those things, honestly, where maybe like, I don't know, maybe they wrapped filming and then Warner Brothers saw like a cut or an early screening and they're like, you need to add some stuff.
Because they're going to have no little time to do special effects on any trailer. I mean, unless they've had people work. I mean, maybe they're doing the Marvel thing where like they're making it more of a universe now, so they're like working on multiple things at the same time. But
It
still,
could,
like
it could be also a legal thing, because one of the things I think might be happening when you bring that up is that maybe like Warner Brothers is still talking with Toho about getting the rights to continue on throughout the year so they can make more movies. So I think what they're doing is maybe just in case the ink isn't dried on the contract and they can't get that, they're going to try to wrap it up as much as they can in this movie, like with Godzilla versus Kong. So they're pretty much saying, here, add this so we can just wrap it up just in case we can't get the rights.
Yeah. But yeah, so because the Godzilla 2, they had over a year to do special effects works on that for the trailer. So either it's going to be really, really human heavy, or they're going to have very bad special effects, or they've been working on them all along.
No, the effects look good. I'm not questioning the effects. I'm just questioning, like, I mean, I obviously I don't think they're gonna do the stupid cutaway crap that Gareth Edwards is so used to. The director seems like a hardcore fan. I really think it's in the right hands. I think it looks good, even if like, because the other thing is, I started to notice this. Like, I think like Decker Shadow brought this up in his recent review of Godzilla versus Megaguirus, or Megagyrus or whatever. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce it. There's so many pronunciations of that damn thing. I'm just gonna call it Death Mothis from the Angry Video Game Nerd movie. But what he was talking about apparently, you start to notice this with all the Godzilla movies. Godzilla doesn't really show up in any of these until like halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
And that really the monster action doesn't. It's pretty much every movie is just Jaws, where the monster doesn't show up until the last half. So it's like, yeah, like I wouldn't expect like the Kong Skull Island-esque stuff where it's like you see Kong 5 minutes in. Maybe you see little bits of him, but again, like we're gonna get him fully doing all the action-oriented stuff halfway through.
Dougherty said that it's gonna start with monster action. So what I'm thinking, a lot of people thought too, is that we're gonna the Rodan scene where he comes out of the volcano is gonna be the first scene of the movie.
That, or it's gonna start with like, yeah, like where it starts with like a bunch of like, because I always think it's going to open like maybe like Terminator Salvation, where we're already set in this apocalyptic future where with like the war happening. So there's stuff, because I like the concept that after 2014 the entire world's gone into chaos.
Yeah.
Like, because of these monsters. Because did you see that there was that alternate history video about what if Godzilla was real and how it would actually impact our society?
Yeah.
I think they're going with that, where it's like, hey, monsters exist. We're kind of screwed. We have to deal with this. So it's just like, yeah, there's monster sightings all over the world, and it drives the planet into complete chaos.
Yeah, so it's either gonna be Rodan's gonna be like coming out first, or they're just gonna have all the new monsters come out for like the first scene.
Yeah, I really don't think Godzilla's gonna show up until halfway through.
Really? They said he has a lot of screen time.
Oh, he has a lot of screen time, but like again, like maybe they're just gonna try to focus on like basically introducing the new monsters, and then maybe Godzilla. Because think about it, everybody knows Godzilla, but most of the casual movie-going audience doesn't know about Mothra, Rodan, or King Ghidorah. So,
I mean, this could, if they have him come in near the middle, that would solve the problem they had with the last movie, where the second act was boring.
No. I think it's not going to be boring. Like, they're going to have action monster scenes, like monster action sequence, but they're not going to focus on Godzilla. They're probably going to focus on the Mutos or Rodan or something, and then bring in Godzilla.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's going to be boring. Instead, it's going to fix that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the one thing I have been kind of seeing from the trailers, from what I've seen, is that obviously Ghidorah is like frozen in ice or something, right?
Yeah.
So my theory of what they're doing is they're pulling a Transformers 1 with Ghidorah, where it's like, yeah, Ghidorah is from outer space, but he crash landed in Earth and he's been frozen for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the equivalent of in the first Transformers movie when Megatron crash landed, he's just been frozen and stuff, and the government's been keeping it super secret.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I know there's that one shot in the trailer where there is, like, some sort of meteor that crash lands to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is that's Ghidorah.
I'm not sure about that. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, if that were to be true, that would have to take place in, like, ancient times, though.
Yeah, like they do a flashback.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
One thing I would actually like them to do is to show more of like Godzilla's origins.
I think they are gonna.
Like maybe have it where they could actually try to fit it in, where the events of 1954 actually do coincide with these movies. Like, can you imagine if they did that, where they actually took the route of the Millennium series, where they show flashbacks to the previous original movie, but they incorporate the new Godzilla into that footage?
Yeah. I mean, they could do that. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, because like then like it would be like, hey guys, go watch this old black and white movie with a guy in a costume.
Yeah. Yeah. This still got a lot of questions about this. That's what's interesting to me. So
I'm just making kind of a prediction of what the movie's going to be, which is what I swear to God, every YouTuber, every single person on the internet does this with every big movie, is that they just get the movie in their head, their own fan fiction way of like telling the story, and then they see it's like, oh, it sucks because it's not like fan fiction.
yeah.
You know, so it's like Star Wars does that, and people with Godzilla are doing that. I'm like, no, just go in. Every movie I go in now, just turn your brain off and have fun. So, I mean, like, I even like, I was tempted to go see Dumbo, right, the new Dumbo movie, but I heard it's terrible.
I think you got like 45 million in its first weekend or something.
Well, no, because it's like, well, obviously, because everybody goes to see it opening weekend, then it drops, right? But the whole issue is that the one scene, from what I heard, that I wanted to see Tim Burton do, and they don't even do it, which is the pink elephant scene. Because that seems like trippy as hell, and you think, with Tim Burton, that'd be like the coolest thing ever. Take one hallucinogenic scene and match it with Tim's, and it'd be great. But they don't even do that, and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, Tim, I'm sorry, you've lost your touch with me. Unless you make Batman 3, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they should just let him make a third Batman.
Yeah, to go back, and then one of my pet peeves is when there's waste of potential, like even with the Godzilla anime, you know, like just anything like that. Like you have a new way to show all these different things in like a new way, and then you just don't do them.
I would have just rather, if they made like when I first heard that, and then I see it, I'm like, you know, I might have much rather preferred if like the Sailor Scouts battled Godzilla. But like, at least there's some entertaining value in that. Like a bunch of magical girls trying to beat up a giant 100-foot monster. Like, yeah, I'd pay for that. Well, that or like, I don't know, get like the Dragon Ball characters in there to try to take on Godzilla. Like, imagine like the Saiyans, they grow into like the giant monkey Ozaru, and then that fights Godzilla. Be like, yes.
So many crossovers. Yeah, no, Pierce. I'm not gonna bring back Monster Talk unless I can get a full set.
Well, it's funny too. I'm bringing back Let's Talk, but it's going to be a different way of kind of a reboot.
Interesting. Okay.
Like the main focus is I'm going to be actually incorporating it into my show essentially. So it's going to be part of the same continuity.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can talk about here. Ooh, this kind of just a little thank you to everybody.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to bring up again, like the whole Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla thing. The reason I think that could actually work is, one, you've got two movies to pretty much set it up. Like I remember somebody brought up one time that what they should have done with Kong Skull Island, say John Goodman's character survived, was that they'd have him like in Monarch, and then they say like, oh, monsters exist, and then he's like, well, I guess the only way to kill a monster is to build a monster. Right? So, like, they should do that. Like, they should actually just make a Mechagodzilla movie where, like, it's the same thing with, like, the Heisei era, where it's like they build Mechagodzilla to fight off Godzilla. Like, maybe, like, something happens in GVK where Godzilla's now seen as, like, the enemy of the people. So they're
or better yet, Godzilla, no, Mechagodzilla and Mechani Kong, like Godzilla and Kong.
See, that'd be cool, but not like as part of that cinematic universe. Like, I think of something like, imagine like Godzilla defeats all these bad guys, but now the military wants full control and basically is like, yeah, this thing's an enemy, let's kill it. So the military build Mechagodzilla.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like Colonel Nebbit from King Kong Lives if you piloted a giant Godzilla robot. But the whole thing I thought of is because Ready Player One teased us so much with the concept of Mechagodzilla for an American audience. I heard rumors that Spielberg and Warner Brothers, specifically when they were doing that battle sequence and they wanted Mechagodzilla, they went to Legendary and said to them, and went to their art department and said, do you guys have any concept art for Mechagodzilla? And they're like, yeah, we have some in the back. We just haven't used them yet. And like, can we take a look? And then they told them, and Legendary was like, go ahead, use them.
Is that true?
I heard a rumor. It was a rumor that they actually just went to because think about it, Warner Bros. And Legendary are pretty tight. So I could imagine they like to share some information around. So maybe like Spielberg was like, I'm gonna put that in the movie, a little tease for future movies.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting if they just said, yeah, the Mechagodzilla you saw in Ready Player One, that was the Legendary Mechagodzilla.
That would be cool.
I mean, to be fair, it does resemble the original, or the one from the 2014 film.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. Although I am still waiting for my Mobile Suit Gundam movie. just giant piloted robots that you fly in space and shit. It's like, yes. Basically, Gundam could just basically be Pacific Rim in space.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all you have to pitch it as. Oh, it's Pacific Rim in space. Well, where's the monsters? No, the robots fight other robots. I'm like, okay, cool. A lot of people actually have told me, it's funny because the whole thing, you bring up the whole expectation thing. People have always told me that, like, why aren't you working in Hollywood right now? Because you have, like, cooler ideas than whatever they come up with. I'm like, I know, right? Like, I feel like I could be a good guy to, like, pitch movies to in the studios.
Yeah, that'd be a cool job.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I actually know what the fans want, essentially.
Yes.
People want a third Tim Burton Batman, so I tell the studio, make a third Tim Burton Batman movie. People wanted Tobey Maguire to come back as Spider-Man in the MCU. Well, make that happen. Yeah, a lot of people, when they said that they were bringing Spider-Man into the MCU, people really wanted Tobey Maguire to come back.
I love Tobey Maguire.
Because, like, I should send you this video. There's this one guy I watch. He did a whole how to fix Spider-Man in the MCU, and he actually brought up the fact that if they brought Tobey Maguire back, that would have meant that the first three weren't actually in canon with the MCU. So that way it would save you money from rebooting the damn thing again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
I'll send you that video later.
Let me see. What do you think of the new Godzilla mobile game? I didn't know there was one.
I didn't know there was one either. I was gonna say, Kaiju Super Duper Boy SDB says, "What's my favorite monster? Or what's your favorite monster in the Godzilla franchise?" If it's not Godzilla and not Kong, it's really like I like the obscure ones. I like actually Gorosaurus. I like Gorosaurus. Like, where's his movie?
Yeah, well,
like, no, that's the thing. Like, if I'm in Hollywood and they tell me we want you to work on something in the MonsterVerse, I'd be like, we're making a Gorosaurus movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be this small little film, and we're gonna make it on a low budget. It's just gonna be like an island filled with giant kaiju-sized dinosaurs. And the big twist is that it's actually a remake of The Last Dinosaur.
Sean asked if you're going to G-Fest.
For me, unfortunately, I was going to, but my plans have been changed because my one ride really to G-Fest because unfortunately they're doing other things. So I'm probably just gonna crash at home. And but although to make up for it, I will go to a couple other cons. There's a con that's happening at the same time as G-Fest, and that's Transformers Con. So it's a big Transformers convention, so I might go to that instead.
Cool. All right, I actually do have to go, but
all right.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for having me on for a little bit, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining a little bit. Just want to come say hi, let everybody know I'm still here. Like I said, it's going to be quiet until the release. I'm going to be putting a video out today. It's out of my whole day, going to the theater, seeing it, my first instant reactions. Maybe I'll do an official review, but after that, once we get ready for Godzilla vs. Kong, it's going to be a little bit different, but I will be back.
I will make a quick announcement, though, before you sign off, is that I've decided I'm finally going to crack and do something Godzilla related for my show. And it won't be till November because I want to wait to see how Godzilla King of the Monsters turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Jack. Thanks everybody for 2000. Right. It's pretty solid. April 17th will be the 2-year anniversary of me actually starting this thing. So that's about 1,000 a year. That's a pretty good average.
But all right. Awesome.
All right. See you, everybody.
See ya.